am Jingru.
I'm Florence.
Today we are going to share about how one's individual identity and personal developments are influenced by parents.
And we are going to discuss what are the types of parenting styles. And then we are going to explore about individual behavior, belief, and attitude. Our topic will be covered by 4 types of parenting styles, differences between each parenting styles, how children typically feel under parenting styles, the power of parenting, and conclusion. So what are differences between parenting styles? There are 4 types of parenting styles: authoritarian parenting, authoritative parenting, permissive parenting, and uninvolved parenting. The first one is treating style of authoritarian. It is highly demand and low responsiveness. That means authoritarian parents expect strict adherence to rules and standards with little warmth or nurturing. There are 3 facts. The first one is limited dialogue. Second is punitive measures to enforce rules. And the last one is emotional support is minimal. The second one is treating style of authoritative. It is highly demanding and high responsiveness. Authoritative parents set clear expectations and rules, but they are also supportive and open to communication. The first one is two-way communications. Second is implement fair and consistent discipline. And the third one is offer emotional support. Next one is treating style of permissive. It is high responsiveness and low demand. Permissive parents are indulgent their child's desire and comfort over certain rules or expectations. Open and warm. The second one is rarely enforce rules and guidelines. And the third one is provide high level of emotional support and affection. The last one is treating sign of uninvolved. It is low responsiveness and low demand. Uninvolved parents show little interest or involvement in their child's life. There are also 3 examples. The first one is minimal interaction. Second is little to no discipline. And the third one is provide basic needs but lack emotional support.
So now it's time for us to explore how children typically feel under growing up this each type of parenting. Let's start with authoritarian parenting. Children raised under authoritarian parents often act fearful or overly shy around others, display more aggressive behavior towards others, and some of them maybe have difficulty in social situations due to a lack of social competence. And even more, they might have low self-esteem, have more negative symptoms, such as hyperactivity and conduct problems. And some of them may struggle with self-control because they are rarely able to make choices and experience natural consequences. Children raised by authoritative parents often feel secure and confident. Children raised under authoritative parents are having self-confidence about their ability to learn new things. They also have good social skills and have good emotional control and regulation, and tend to have happier disposition. Moving on to permissive parenting. In order to have a better understanding on this style, we are going to watch a video clip first.
These are nice. They're black like that.
Why are you being so dumb? I'm telling you what I want. They're cheap and ugly.
Stop being cheap.
I can't afford those.
Dad, this is why Mom divorced you, because you're so freaking cheap.
Sophia.
In this What Would You Do web exclusive, see who else had something to say to our terrible teens.
Okay, now maybe you're wondering why these kids are acting like this. Well, it's actually connected to the parenting style of their parents. The permissive parenting involves a lack of demands and expectations. Children raised by parents with this style tend to grow up without a strong sense of self-discipline. They might be more unruly in school due to the lack of boundaries and may be less academically motivated than many of their peers. And also, maybe they show more aggression and less emotional understanding because they do not learn to deal with their emotional effectiveness, particularly in situations where they do not get what they want. Lastly, children of uninvolved parents often experience feelings of neglect. They might grow up feeling emotionally disconnected from their parents and lacking guidance or support in crucial developmental stages. These children often face uncertainty about their self-worth and struggle with forming secure attachments.
Now, we will explore how the way parents shape their children and their futures. We will be looking at both the positive impact and negative impact of the power of parenting. To begin with, I want every one of us to imagine building a house. What's the most important part when we build a house? The foundation, right? Parenting is like that foundation. From the moment a child is born, parents lay the groundwork for their future growth and development. This isn't just about meeting their basic needs, it's all about emotional, social, and intellectual support. First up, let's talk about emotional development. Picture this: a toddler falls and scrapes his knee. This might be a very normal thing to parents, but have we ever paid much attention on how we respond to this kind of situation? Maybe not really, but it's something that we shouldn't be neglecting because this kind of little response can affect a child's emotional and mental well-being. So how? For example, consistent, loving responses can help the child develop a secure attachment, which leads to better emotional regulation and healthier relationships later in life. It's like planting seeds of kindness and understanding within the children. But there's a flip side. If a child is consistently met with anger or indifference, these kind of negative responses can lead to insecurity and emotional instability. Children exposed to harsh or inconsistent emotional response may struggle with anxiety, stress, depressions, and some sort of mental health disorders. Moving on to social development concerns. Have you ever noticed how children mirror their parents, or have you ever mirrored your parents? Your answer might be a yes or a no. However, many studies have shown that children mirror their parents, especially during their young age. If parents have positive social interactions, their children learn to interact well with others. It's like teaching them the social dance, when to lead, when to follow, and how to be a good partner. On the other hand, if parents practice negative social behavior such as aggression or withdrawal, children may struggle socially. They might find it difficult to form friendships or develop unhealthy social patterns. In the long run, this may lead to social isolations or conflict. Moving on to cognitive development, let's imagine a child building a tower with blocks. A parent who encourages problem solving and creativity is like a coach on the sidelines cheering them on. A parent who encourages their children through reading, conversation, and playing with them to stimulate their brain development, enhance their children's cognitive abilities, and foster a love for learning. But what if a child is frequently criticized or not given opportunities to explore or learn? Obviously, this can take away their cognitive development and creativity. Children who are not supported in their learning may develop low self-esteem and a fear of failure. These can affect their academic performances and overall intellectual growth. So, what happens in a long run? Children who grow up with supportive, nurturing parents are more likely to become well-adjusted adults. Many studies have shown that these kind of children tend to have better mental health, stronger relationships, and greater success in their personal and professional lives. For children who experience negative parenting may struggle with mental issues, relationship problems, and lower success rates in their careers.
So, what can we take away from all this?
Each parenting style has its strengths and challenges.
So we have to remember that there is no perfect parenting style, and we have to be very aware of what kind of parenting style that we use so that we can nurture a good environment for our children and help them grow mentally and physically healthy. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you for joining us and have a good day.
Bye bye.